Friends, hello everyone, how you been doing? I'm so glad to see you again on my channel. This theme of our video today will be the rate of change indicator. We will learn how to use it, identify signals and entry points into transactions. And of course, you will see how I myself may profit on binary options. So I will try to tell you about everything in detail. Watch this video till the end and you will learn a lot of interesting things. In the description below this video, you'll find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you are interested in. And you'll also find a link to my personal Telegram channel where I share my daily trading signals. I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your capital from $150 to $50,000. Guys, this happens every week, so make sure to join this marathon. In addition, if you write to my personal Telegram, you will get a personal link to the PocketOption registration, which will give you 50% on the deposit bonus absolutely free. So now let's move on to the PocketOption and let's get started. So the exchange currency pair Euro British Pound is selected for trading. In addition, the arrow indicators and, in fact, the rate of change itself are also open on the chart. Let's open the first deal for the price movement higher by $350 for 1 minute. Since the price is rising at this moment, we go for it. In addition, it can be seen that the red line of the arrow indicator responsible for the downtrend has begun to decline, which just indicates a decrease in the activity of the movement to lower the price. Now we have free time, so let's start the analysis. So rate of change ROC, or the indicator of the rate of price change, is a simple and convenient tool. It doesn't require long study and can be used even by beginners. The value of ROC is that it acts both as an oscillator and a tool for determining the direction of the trend. It shows the change in the current price compared to the price for a certain number of periods in the past. We will continue in a second, and now we see the completion of the transaction. First one and $322 profit, a good start. The ROC indicator can be used to confirm price movement or detect reversal trends. It can also be used as an indicator to determine overbought and oversold zones, as well as to confirm the trend. At the same time, it looks like a classic oscillator that appears in a separate window under the price chart. The ROC is a line fluctuating in a given range around the zero level. The position of this line relative to zero indicates the state of the market. As a rule, the rate of change is calculated based on 14 periods, but can be changed to any period preferred by the trader. Let's get back to trading. The price growth has stopped and I opened a deal to decrease by $350 to 1 minute. I noticed that slowdown in the growth of quotations wasn't accidental. They were in the area of a strong resistance level, from which the price bounced 12 minutes ago, leaving a long shadow. Let's test his strength and this time, but for now we will continue. So, in a global sense, the indicator shows the mood of market participants. The growing line indicates that the players are positive and there is a bullish trend. When the indicator decreases, we can expect a downward price movement. If desired, the trader can change the period for which the indicators are calculated. The value 14 is used as a standard. If you set the number less, the number of signals will increase, but the accuracy will become lower. Conversely, a higher value will increase accuracy, but number of signals will decrease. And now, another completion of the transaction, and again, we earn $322. The ROC indicator can be successfully used in any financial markets. There are no correct or incorrect settings of this indicator, but each trader must take decisions depending on market conditions and the current activity of price changes. The ROC indicator can be used on various time frames: daily, weekly, 5-minute or 1 hour. Simplicity is one of the main advantages for the ROC indicator. This indicator is well suited for short-term trading. In addition, it is recommended to use this tool to confirm signals using a more detailed level of analysis. So let's resume trading and make an entry into the deal again for a decrease by $350 to 1 minute. It is clearly visible that the upward movement is experiencing strong resistance, which is why I made this decision. We will observe its development, and for one thing, we will continue the conversation. Our indicator gives several types of signals characteristics of oscillators. First of all, it is a reward and a result. Finding the line in the extreme zones indicates that the currency pair is a reward or a result. That is, supply and demand are in an imbalance, and we should expect them to return to normal values. The signal to open a deal occurs at the moment when the line exits the extreme area. Unlike other oscillators, ROC doesn't have an established markup for determining overbought or oversold zones. Therefore, the definition of the signal is subjective. Another pause. The transaction went perfectly and $322 replenished our trade balance. So we go further, and the next signal that can be successfully received from this indicator is divergence, or in other words, it is a powerful signal predicting a change in the direction of movement of quotations. This signal occurs when the price and indicator readings diverge. For example, quotes draw a new maximum and the indicator doesn't support this movement and begins to decline. This means that the strength of buyers has dried up and soon the price will begin to fall following the ROC line. Divergence shouldn't be looked for at the highs. That's where the market usually changes its direction. For an uptrend, they are formed at its top, and for a downtrend at the bottom. So now I notice a signal from the ROC indicator and I open a new deal to decrease by $350 to 1 minute. First, the price reduction continues, which is already good, when the ROC line crossed the zero level and began to decline. And this, as we have just found out, is just a signal of a possible price decline. As usual, we will check what will happen, but for now we will return to the conversation. The next signal is the intersection of the zero line, which in fact we have now used. So the intersection of the middle line from the bottom up gives a signal to open a deal to increase, and from the top down to a deal to decrease. Such indications work well when the market is in a sideways movement with a wide amplitude, or it has a direction trend. When the indicator oscillates around the zero line without moving far from it, it indicates a consolidation state. It's not recommended to open transaction at this time. And what we see is a refund. This, once again, suggests that trading can bring surprises and sometimes unpleasant ones. So nevertheless, difficulties do not frighten us, and we continue. In addition to these signals, ROC is able to confirm the continuation of the trend. Lower ROC readings may confirm the recent trend and its strength. The strong slope of the ROC shows excessive pressure from buyers or sellers and may prove unstable over time. This doesn't mean that a reversal is possible, but a price pullback may follow. The smooth slope of the ROC oscillator is more suitable for the continuation of the current trend, indicating a balanced supply and demand level. Despite the large number of signals, ROC is not used in trading on its own. But more on that later, and now I will open another $350 reduction deal for 1 minute. When analyzing quotes, I noticed that the price was rising, but the ROC line was always trying to deviate from the upward movement, which gave me a signal of a possible decline. There was no clear signal from the arrow indicator, and although its red line was near the level of 100 and the blue line was located below, the difference between them was small, which indicated the beginning of a sideways movement. So let's get back to the conversation. The rate of change indicator is convenient to use as a filter for signals coming from other instruments. A big plus is that this indicator can be adapted to any strategy. The best technical indicator that works well in combination with ROC is the Keltner channel. And now I pause. The deal is completed and our pocket has been replenished by $322. Let's not interrupt an interesting conversation like any indicator. Rock has both strengths and some disadvantages. Let's note them. The advantages include the following. The rock indicator can work well in trading conditions, confirming the latest uptrend or downtrend. This momentum-based indicator can provide important information about the strength of the subsequent trend. The rock indicator can determine overbought or oversold conditions. The rock indicator is also a powerful technical tool for detecting divergences, but as I said, our indicator also has disadvantages, but more on that in a second. So, now I will open a $350 reduction deal for 1 minute, and what happened at the moment of opening, the price rose sharply and I entered into the transaction without taking into account this impulse. Since the price was at the near resistance level and I expected it to decrease, the momentum has broken through this level and no one knows how the deal will end. We have no choice but to observe and continue the conversation. But the disadvantages primarily include false signals. But this, unfortunately, is observed in absolutely every indicator, and there are no exceptions in this. So it's important to note that when the indicator readings remained for a considerable time near the zero line, a consolidation phase, or as it's also called, sideways movement, may follow. Now let's pay attention to the deal. A term ends and we get another $322. On this positive event, our trading session ends and we proceed to review its results. So this session cannot be called easy. One transaction was close to becoming unprofitable. Nevertheless, with the help of the remaining 5 successful transactions, we earned $1,610 net profit, spending 12 minutes of our time on it. Excellent result. As for the rate of change indicator, I want to note the following. In order to achieve optional frequency and signals quality, it's worth experimenting with its settings beforehand. At the same time, it's important to take into account the level of change in the asset price. The higher it is, the longer the period should be. A very important advantage of this indicator is its excellent combination with many technical analysis tools, because it significantly facilitates the trader's visual perception of the market situation. I hope this information was useful for you and it will help you to earn binary options. After all, only practice can teach you to understand the market. But remember, if you don't have enough experience when before opening a deal, you need to carefully assess the market situation. In addition, it's necessary to use indicators, the signals of which you understand, because their use reduces risk and allows you to make a profit over a long distance. So I want you to continue trading binary options because only here the analysis methods are not complicated at all. Don't forget, as I already said, in the description below this video you'll find a link to my Telegram channel where you can ask me any questions you are interested in, and where you'll also find a link to my personal Telegram where I share my daily trading signals. So I also run weekly marathons to help you increase your capital from $150 to $50,000. This happens every week, so be sure to join this marathon. And in addition, if you write to my personal Telegram, you will get a link to sign up for PocketOption, which will give you 50% for your deposit, absolutely free. So dear friends, this offer is very interesting and I hope that you made the most from this video. So thank you so much for being with me all this time. I hope that you like this video and you will give it a like, subscribe to this channel, because only in this case you won't miss anything interesting. That's all for today. Good luck in the market and see you in the next trading video. Bye.